Hi.
Hi. How art thou?
So bad. Just kidding.
Are you?
Kind of.
Before we get into anything, I was told that I sound very monotone on the podcast. And that it might, like, he was insinuating that I was sounding boring and people were going to just drop off listening to me because there's no inflection in my voice. So I'm really going to try to sound better.
I'll stop listening if you talk like that. I'll stop.
Like, this is just how I talk.
Fuck off. Clearly people like it.
Yeah. Oh my God, you guys, we have so many new subscribers.
So many.
Crazy.
Elle texted me that in a group chat at like 12 o'clock p.m.
Like noon?
I'm asleep. No. At night.
Okay, that's a.m.
Whatever. And expected me to like jump off the walls when I woke up and read it in the morning. I even like, exclaimed it. I was like, yay. Gotta get ready for work. It's like 6 a.m. And then later she was like, do you even care?
Do you even care about this podcast?
Do you even love me?
Didn't feel like it.
Okay. Well, I love you very much. I love all of our subscribers. We're so lucky.
We are. We're so lucky, so grateful.
So positive.
So horny.
Yeah.
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 It's a tough show.
It's not fun to be a anymore. Like, it used to be fun. I still have needs, but I don't want to be a
Yeah, I never really had like a era. Maybe I'm entering it.
Ooh.
I'm going to enter it in my 30s.
Yeah.
But I think I can have fun with it now.
Yeah.
I just need to like develop a good roster, but I really don't want to meet people online. So like how
if anyone wants to
be on our roster.
I have no desire to have a roster.
Fair. I mean, I'd really love to not.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'd really love to just like meet a person, settle down, do the thing, find love.
Sure.
But I'll take a roster as like a close second.
I feel like a roster is chill if you are kind of like in your rebound stage and you're just like kind of trying to get over your ex.
Yeah.
As long as you are communicative about it.
Right.
And it's like just sex and everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
But yeah, because that's the only time I was really.
Yeah. Instead of doing that to get over an ex, I'm just like
doing healthy things.
Well, I don't really know what I'm doing. I do definitely need to start going back to therapy, I think.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself the other day, I was like, like while I'm not dating right now and I'm taking like a year off to just like focus on myself and do things that I love, like I feel like I'm not doing a whole lot of personal growth with that,
Yeah.
Like fixing some of the problems that I know I have and definitely bring to the table.
Have you ever done any shadow work?
No.
You should. Because I was seriously thinking about going back to therapy as well, but it's so expensive. And I started doing shadow work. There's this book that I use. I can give you the link to it. And then also with my mentor, she has like a whole shadow work class thing. And it's been so helpful. Like, I feel like it's so much easier to be vulnerable when there's not another person watching you.
That's what I need.
Pause. Oh, you need that?
I need that. I need to go into a room and sit in front of somebody who's going to like call me out on my bull.
Okay.
My old therapist, I would just kind of lie to her about stuff. So like I'm not really, there's no benefit to this anymore. Yeah. And because it was virtual, like, I feel like you lose a little bit of that accountability. Yeah. And I would have a harder time lying to somebody that I'm like looking at face to face in person rather than just like over the computer.
Yeah. Whatever floats your boat. Just get it floating. Get it out to sea.
Get it healthy. Yeah. I need to patch some holes for sure.
And fill some holes too.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I've got a couple.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I know. So, I mean, overall doing okay. Work is killing me. I'm so busy. I work both days this weekend at the winery and next weekend. So I'm looking at just like the next 2 weeks working straight. But then I go on a vacation.
Yeah, that's good.
For a long time.
I love that for you.
So that's like my light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, you can do it.
I know I can. Because it'll so be worth it. I'm so excited. So, yeah. How are you?
I'm fine, but today I've just been like filled with rage.
Right.
I'm so irritable. Like every little thing today was just like pissing me the off. And I'm not, I normally feel like this when I'm about to start my period. Like
that was going to be my question.
And I'm not. That's not where I'm at in my cycle right now.
Interesting.
However, I did Monday morning. I woke up and I was like bleeding. Just for one day. It was so weird.
I think last night too, it's like midway through the moon cycle. There's like a half moon right now.
Maybe that's something to do with the moon. Perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. The week leading up to my period, I'm so bitchy.
Yeah.
Like I'm just the worst.
Yeah.
I even am like annoyed
by yourself.
By myself.
Yeah. That's a tough mirror to face sometimes.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, why am I feeling like this today? And I Googled if Mercury was in retrograde and it's not. So like, what's going on?
Fucking Gatorade.
But it's not.
It feels like it always is. I swear to God.
Well,
just a permanent. But I have been getting a lot of like horoscope TikToks saying that Libras are exiting a like years long cycle of being kind of stuck in a rut, and we're gonna really flourish in the next couple years.
Amazing.
We're getting like shot out.
Wow.
Into success and glory and fame and fortune.
I haven't been on TikTok like that in so long, and I miss getting stuff like that.
I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. It's also getting close to like Libra season, so I think that's why, because I'm liking a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because they're pumping it out.
Yeah.
But I'll eat it.
I know.
Up.
Oh. Well, I will too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And I love that about us.
So I went on a date this week.
You did. How was it?
It was good. The way it started off kind of put me off a little bit.
Well, let's give a little backstory to the people, perhaps.
Okay. This guy started following me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I went to his profile naturally. I was curious.
Always.
Saw a photo of him and I was like, oh, he dresses nice. And I commented on his photo. I was like, I like your outfit. Something along those lines.
Love a man that can dress well.
Yes. And he was like, thank you. And then he slid into my DMs and we chatted like very briefly. And then he just unfollowed me. And that was that. And I was like, okay.
Bye. Good talk.
Yeah.
Weird behavior for being obsessed with me.
Yeah, for real. I also didn't follow him back. So I think he was like, all right, you're a bitch.
Yeah, F this.
And then like 2 weeks later, he starts following me again. And I'm like, oh, this is my opportunity to follow him back.
We're back.
So I follow him back and he slides into the DMs again. Gives me a couple compliments and then asks to take me out. And so I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
And if you guys remember a couple episodes ago, we talked about this and Elle was like, I haven't ever in the past been super big on the idea of it, but
of going out with someone who's DM'd me.
Yeah, but maybe.
Yeah.
And we jokingly were like, hit us up.
Yeah.
Slide in the DMs.
Yeah. I don't think he saw that.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, we kind of spoke it into existence.
True.
And if you are somebody that listened to that and maybe wanted to take Elle out but didn't because you weren't sure if she's serious.
I was so serious.
She's pretty serial.
I've never been more.
Me, on the other hand, joke.
So we were texting more than I should have been, for sure. For about, I don't know, like a week before he took me out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went out Saturday night and we had a good time. The beginning of the date, though, kind of threw me off and kind of put me in like a weird headspace that I was trying so hard not to remain in.
Yeah.
And like eventually got out of it. But so what happened
Well, so like leading up to this and like from what you've been telling us and like how we're feeling about it is like this guy is like a gentleman.
Yeah.
Like super chivalrous. He's super in touch with his emotions. Like he seems like all around just like a really good guy and somebody that would like very much be your type and do the things that you want out of a man like naturally. Like seems very like provider.
Yeah.
And like kind of alpha, but not in like a toxic way that
For
like
sure.
a lot of that comes across.
Yeah. Yeah. So with all that in mind, I had a couple expectations.
Right. We all did.
I had a couple expectations, and one of them was that he would be opening doors for me.
Surely.
Also, he listened to some of our podcast episodes. I feel like, maybe not every episode, but I feel like I definitely allude to the fact that I'm someone who wants gestures.
Yeah.
And like a true gentleman. So he tells me he's here. He's at my place to pick me up. And I'm like, okay, great. I come down and I'm like looking for him. Don't see him. I know what car he drives though. And so I see his car and I'm like, oh, okay, he's over there. So I walk over there.
What kind of car does he drive?
A Porsche.
What the fuck?
A Porsche. What's like the SUV one called?
A Cayenne?
Yeah. I know.
And it's his?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
That's insane.
I know. So.
That almost makes it even worse.
No. 100%.
Because I was expecting like my
like
car or something.
Up, like
not even a beat up.
Oh,
but just
okay.
like a normal like mid-size maybe because this man is huge, or even like a truck or something.
Yeah.
Like I was expecting like a bigger car, but like very middle of the road.
Yeah.
Vehicle.
Yeah.
Not a fucking Porsche Cayenne.
Right. So I get over to the car and he like puts his hand out the window like around so I can see it over the top of his car to like give me a wave. And I'm like, what the fuck? Surely you're going to get out of your car and greet me.
I may have turned around. That may have given me the ick.
It almost did.
The wave is sending me.
So I open my own car door and I get in and he's like, hey. And
did you guys like hug over the center console?
No. Like, I don't understand that. Like, get out of your car.
Literally, and greet me.
You don't even have to open my door at that point if that was like a point of contention for you. But like, at least come out and give me a hug.
Yeah, be standing there.
Yeah.
To say hi.
Yeah.
The first time we're meeting.
Yes.
Not like you're my Uber driver.
Right. Yes. And so that initially like threw me.
Yeah.
Super hard because I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
And then we went to the restaurant and we had really good conversation and like we enjoyed each other's company. I think we have a lot in common and like we want a lot of the same things. But in the back of my mind, I kept thinking like, that was really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
That he didn't do that.
Yeah.
And he opened all the like the restaurant doors and all that, but he never opened the car door for me. Not ever.
How did he handle the parking garage and like getting situated and parked and like up? Did he know where he was going?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's attractive.
Yeah. When you're with someone who's like, when they're like, oh, I don't know.
Turned around.
Yeah. Or like if they can't like parallel park or something. That's so unfortunate.
I don't really care as much about the parallel parking thing. Getting turned around though is a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
I think I'd be kind of like, are you prepared for this?
No.
Did mommy kick you out of the nest yesterday? So maybe pro tip for the gentleman out there, pick places that you're comfortable with, that you know like know where the parking garage is. It's close to the restaurant. You've got it mapped out in your head. If you don't, a little Google Maps beforehand, perhaps a little research.
Yeah.
Will go a long way.
Yeah. So, I mean, all in all, we had a good date and he was very very complimentary of me, which I love.
Right.
And I feel like it made up for the last date that I went on.
Where he said nothing.
Literally nothing. There's just like a few things throughout the date. So he's a Leo, which typically for me, Leos just boil my blood.
Maybe that's why you're mad.
Maybe. And I'm a Leo moon, so like I definitely have Leo traits. And like when I do something very Leo, I'm like, ew, I can't believe I just did that. And I feel like a lot of it is like being overly confident or like kind of like showboaty or just a little bit cocky.
Yeah.
With things.
Yeah. I'm a Leo moon rising, and I never think of myself as a Leo at all until you just said those things. And I was like, check.
Yeah. And so he made a couple comments about himself that I was just like, okay.
That could never be me, that part. But yeah.
Yeah. And that I love like a humble guy. Anyway, yeah. There's just like a few things that he said that I was like,
yeah.
Like, why do I need to know that?
Yeah.
He's made several comments about how he's caught like other girls checking him out. And I'm just like, okay. Why say that out loud?
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. Great. I don't need to know that.
No.
Especially not on a first date.
No.
One of the first times we ever talked on the phone, he was like telling me how he was out and a girl was like trying to pick him up. And I was just like, you don't need to say any of that. Yeah. Like, that's actually, like, I feel like that's him trying to prove that, you know, girls are into him.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm here with you. I'm into you.
Right.
You don't need to prove it with anything.
Also, like, that doesn't make me like you more.
No.
Personally,
no.
I don't, like, that's not making you more attractive to me to know that, like, a ton of other women want you.
Right. Not at all.
I'm good.
And, like, if that's the case, that's great.
Good for you.
Good for you. And, like, you're here with me, so I win.
Good for me. Yeah.
But, like, just be humble about it.
I also feel like that's something that, like, a girl, or at least like you and I, would never say to somebody on the first date if it even if it happened.
Yes.
It would never come into my brain to bring up as like a topic of conversation.
No.
And like Chell said, like, and I totally agree with this, is the only time that's really acceptable, in my opinion, is like if you guys have been dating for a really long time and you guys were like together when it happened and then you joke about it.
Yeah. 100%.
Fine.
Yeah.
But if it happens, like, just don't bring it up. And chances are, if you guys are together in public and people are checking your partner out or whatever, you're noticing that. You know. Yes. You don't also need to say it to me.
Right. Right. So, yeah, that was a little strange. He's also younger. And so I think a lot of times when I've dated younger guys, they try to, like, position themselves as more mature and, like, cooler, you know, to like
to make up for the fact that they feel
that they're younger.
Yeah.
So that could be it. And like, I know I've just said like a couple like negative things about him, but I like him. Like, I think he's really interesting and like I could see it going somewhere, but yeah, those were just like a few things that I was like, I'm gonna have to keep my eye on that.
Yeah. He seems like he does have a really good head on his shoulders though. And I do really like that he is like not emotional, maybe he is, but like in touch with his emotions. It seems like because of the field of work he's going into, he can communicate that really well, which a lot of men can't. Yeah. Which is like a huge plus in my book.
Huge plus. 100%.
And I love the way that he handled everything when you brought it up afterwards.
Yeah. So a couple days after our date, we were talking on the phone, and I don't know how we got on the subject, but I brought up the fact that it bothered me that he didn't get out of his car when he first picked me up. And he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're right. I should have done that. Like, he totally took it on the chin. He like told me what his thought process was of like why he didn't do it.
Which was valid.
Which was super valid. And Yeah. Like, I feel like giving feedback like that to most guys, they go into defense mode.
For sure.
And there's no way to, like, get into their brain about it.
Yeah.
So it was nice that he just took it on the chin and was like, you're right. And basically it'll never happen again.
Yeah.
So.
Especially in that situation where he was opening all the other doors, but just not in that situation he didn't.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys could probably be like, you're so nitpicky about picking out that like one thing that like I didn't do it 100% of the time and get really defensive. But he was like,
yeah,
Roger.
Yeah. So that was hot.
Hot.
A guy who can just take some criticism and make a change without making a big deal about it.
Stunning.
So cute.
Incredible work.
Yeah. So we're going out again this Saturday. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
I can't wait to see where he takes you this time.
I know. Every time we go somewhere, it's a secret. Every time. I've literally been out with him once.
I didn't live, laugh, love the first day choice.
My dad was like, that's a pickup bar. Why did he take you there?
It is.
And I was like, is it? Like, I didn't know that. I kind of doubt he would know that, but maybe. I don't know. But it didn't seem that way. Like, it felt like very much people our age or a little bit older, and like everyone was dressed really nice.
Yeah.
He was dressed nice. I was dressed nice. Like, I felt like
it's a really popular escort spot.
Interesting. I didn't see any like, if anyone looked like an escort, it was me.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, something that tracks. I just don't know about it for a first date.
It was cute though. Like, we sat outside and they had lights everywhere.
Yes.
Like, it was really, I mean, we're tucked in this like little corner, so it was more private.
I love the restaurant.
Yeah,
I go
and
there
the
for
food was
lunch
great.
a lot.
Yeah.
Well, not a lot because it's kind of expensive, but I love it. I just don't love it for a first date.
Yeah. Well, I didn't order very much, and when it came, he was like, you're gonna order more, right? He was like concerned that I wasn't eating enough, which is good because I need someone to tell me to eat.
Yeah. They have a really, really good like Mediterranean salad bowl kind of thing that I really like to get.
Yeah, I don't think I was gonna get the Mediterranean salad on my first date, but maybe next time.
What did you get?
I got like sushi tacos.
That's the thing about me is I'm gonna eat. I'm eating.
I didn't realize it because it came out and it was more like an appetizer.
It's on the shareables menu section. I'm fairly certain.
It was under the sushi section.
Okay, so like tiny though still.
Well, I didn't know.
Sushi typically is like pretty light.
Sue me.
I will. Yeah, get something a little better. Get some like ribs next time.
God. On my parents' first date, my mom ordered ribs.
Yeah. You gotta like let them know early on.
And she had something stuck in her teeth, and my dad reached across the table and like got it out of her teeth.
I hate that, but I love the rest of it for them. Ugh. My parents' first date, my dad had a friend that was having a party, and so he like finally convinced my mom to go on a first date with him and was like, I'm gonna take you to like this house party, it's gonna be so fun. And it was like an MLM scheme party that they were trying to get my parents to sign up for. Basically, he like covered it as a party and all these couples showed up and he was like, okay guys, and like started his presentation, and my dad was like, oh my fucking God, are you kidding me?
At least it wasn't a swingers party. That would have been worse.
True.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
There's this girl that's been in my DMs and she's like, I want you on my Monet team. Like, here's my number, text me, like, let's connect.
I didn't even know it was still a thing. I thought we were done.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Also, Monet made my hair fall out, so no.
I liked the berry scrub face mask. That's about it.
Okay. It's just like the whole,
yes.
If you have a great product, sell it like a normal product.
Right. Go on Shark Tank or whatever, get into like a CVS, like
Like, why are you doing this weird MLM shit?
Yes.
Like, it's fucking weird.
Because you don't have a good product.
So, anyway.
Well, I'm so excited. I can't wait to stalk you on Saturday and see where you go.
I know. I don't know what to wear. That's the only thing I don't like about not knowing is, like, I'm not really sure what to wear.
Did he give you an idea of, like, the vibe?
No. But for the first date, I asked him what the vibe was, and he was like, nothing fancy. And I didn't listen to him. No, I wasn't fancy, but, like...
You looked so good.
Yeah. Yeah. My Leo moon.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you so much for noticing. Yes, I did.
Thank you.
Thank you. The screenshot you sent us of your camera roll after.
Oh my God.
So good.
Dude, I was literally got home from the date at like midnight. And then I was up to like 3.
Nice.
Just taking pictures and videos. And
you have to capitalize on it when you can.
You do. And like when you look like a troll doll all day long, my hair.
I don't want to hear
when my hair is curly, it does look a little trolly.
I don't think so.
It looks a little trolly.
I don't think so.
So like going from that to what I looked like, I'm like, I need to just like simmer in this and soak it up because it's gonna be until next week that I look like this again. It's
like the Princess Diaries.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So we'll see.
He's definitely got potential.
He does have potential. Yeah. I feel myself feeling like a little like, ooh, like not icked, but like when I feel that there's like potential for something, it like kind of freaks me out. Mm-hmm. And in the past, I've done dumb shit like self-sabotage. Yeah. Or I've just been like really mean to the guy. And like Otto, for example, I was such a bitch to him before we were together, and he like stood it out or waited it out. Mm-hmm. And weathered like the storm. And literally, and was nice to me even when I wasn't. Yeah. And then eventually I was like, all right, like, I think
you passed the test.
I feel like they almost have to pass the test because
that's crazy, babe.
I know it is, but like I don't know. I think that's just like how I've done it in the past.
We're not going to do that this time.
I can feel myself like wanting to though.
Wild.
Is it?
That's like really kind of toxic.
I don't. Yeah, I guess it is a little toxic, but I'm just like protecting myself. Like I'm like, it's like a scared thing. Like I'm just scared. Like it's a wall.
But you don't have to be mean.
Oh yeah, no, that was toxic for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of, I guess, my point. Like I totally understand self-sabotaging a little bit and like pulling back maybe even or being like less communicative because you're scared that you're starting to like maybe have feelings or like maybe see what could happen, starting to get like the butterflies, but you can't be mean.
Yeah, no, I know.
So that they like weather a storm to like prove to you that they'll stick around when you're mean.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Who would do that?
Not you.
Not me.
Not a healed individual.
Queen.
Exactly.
Right. So we've been like pretty full on with communication. And it's weird because like when I don't have that, I'm like, that's annoying. But when I do have that, I'm like, that's annoying.
Literally. You're kind of the worst about it, actually.
No, I am. Fully.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, you can't really satisfy me.
No, it's impossible.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
So.
Good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Anyway, we were having a phone conversation and like almost every night we talk on the phone, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's too much.
For sure.
And so I told him the last time we talked on the phone, I was like, I feel like you're getting a little ahead of yourself. Like we've literally only met once. We've been on one date. Yes, we've been speaking, but like
we got to like pump the brakes a little bit, like slow it down.
Yeah, because also I've been love bombed and future tripped too many times where like
we know.
Yeah. But like anything that's like along those lines, it just like sends a little like ping.
Good.
And I'm like, whoa, like let's slow it down.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Yeah. So I kind of was like, we need to pump the brakes a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And he took that really well and was like, that's fine, I can do that. But just know, like, I'm going to actually do that.
Right. The consequence of you bringing this up to my attention is that I'm going to communicate less.
Yeah. So, like,
just want to make sure.
So I don't want you to get mad if I'm communicating less because this is what you want. And I'm like, yeah, great. That's like, it was so nice of him to say it like that. I feel like so many guys would be like, ugh, you know?
Yeah.
So I think there's definitely some promise here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
What have you been up to? So enough about me. What have you been up to?
Well, while Elle was on a date on Saturday, I, well before the date, went golfing with my parents.
Oh, your mom went too? Does your mom golf?
Yeah. She kind of realized like a year or so ago that in retirement, that's all my dad will be doing. And especially if they fly south a little bit, she'll never see him. So she was like, I got to kind of get on board.
Yeah.
But I kind of in passing a couple of months ago was like, I really want to get back into it. Like, I just want more hobbies. Great way to maybe meet guys. You get to be like dressed kind of cute. You get outside, you walk a lot. It's challenging. And I played a lot growing up. We had like a family membership at a local country club. And so I do like tournaments and classes and, you know, go out and hit balls with my dad all the time and go golf all the time.
Did we do classes together?
I think so. I feel like we did at Fairwood.
Fairwood, yeah.
Yeah. But then like as I got older and busier with a job and school sports and stuff like that, I just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I kind of want to get back into it. And of course my dad immediately was like,
yeah,
oh my God.
Hop on that.
Because he like begs me to go golfing with him. And so his birthday is like 2 weeks before mine. And so when I was over at dinner a couple weeks ago, he like disappeared at one point and then came back into the living room with a set of golf clubs that I thought were like his new ones because he gets new clubs like every year also.
Whoa.
He's insane. And he was like, for my birthday this year, I decided to get you golf clubs so that we can go golf together. So Saturday was our first day golfing together as like a little family.
Did you play like 9 holes?
We played 9 on, so at Willows, they have like 3, I think, different courses.
Okay.
And we played on the par 3 course. So it's really short and like super quick, which like bless my dad. He probably was like first time getting into it. It is expensive for all 3 of us to go. It was like kind of short notice. And he had also golfed that morning in a tournament. So he booked us the short one. But like I can really rip a ball.
Wow.
I've got like a really strong,
that's hot,
long drive.
Yeah. Sorry.
I literally already told her earlier that like I'm not having sex with her. I don't know why she keeps trying. But you're like really tight and close in with other people. So I did hit it onto the tees of the people in front of us, like my very first tee off.
Damn.
And my dad had to yell 4. A little bit embarrassing, but I just like I have a hard time holding back my strength. So I didn't live, laugh, love it because I felt like I couldn't just like golf and like really enjoy it because I was really scared I was going to kill somebody.
Okay, Leo.
Well, it is what it is. So I'm sure we'll go play again soon now that the weather's changing though.
Yeah, I know. For Father's Day, I gave my dad a coupon.
I used to do that all the time. I still would.
I'm literally 29.
What?
I'm literally 29 years.
You're. Oh my God. I literally was just going to say you're doing so much better than yesterday, but you're not.
You're not. I've been having a stuttering problem. Like it just came upon me.
Like full stroke.
Okay. What I was trying to say is that I am a 29-year-old little lady.
Yeah. Just a baby.
Yeah. Giving coupons to my parents as gifts.
Yeah.
And so
you're the real gift, so
that's very true. For Father's Day, I gave him a driving range date with me.
Yeah.
And he hasn't
cashed that
in.
He
hasn't cashed it in.
Well, babe, now that I have my clubs,
I know.
We should all go together and you can use mine.
Oh my God, that'd be so cute.
That would.
We should do that.
Yeah.
When do you have time?
Well, October?
Okay.
Unless we do it like after work one day, which we totally could.
Well, but it's like dark. It's getting darker early.
At like 7. It's 7 right now and it's still light outside.
Yeah, but like we're not off till 5. We probably wouldn't get on to the course until 6.
You said driving range.
Okay. Just never mind what I said then.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you mean driving range or did you mean like a 9?
I don't know.
Okay.
I probably need to go to a driving range before.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, after work one day we could go hit balls.
Yeah. Or we could go to Topgolf. I haven't been there. Was that fun? Have you been?
It is really fun. Yes, I have been. The Angry Birds game is really fun.
Okay.
That'd be fun. My dad would really like that.
Yeah. That could be cool.
He always asks about you. Michael like really loves you. I know. He's got a very big heart.
Aww.
And we're all in there.
Aww. I mean, I was at your house
a lot. Practically family.
Yeah.
You and I. They only wanted 2 kids and they ended up with like 2.5 each. Your parents and mine.
True.
I was over at yours, I think more though. I'm sure your parents were like, again?
Really?
She was here last weekend.
It's funny they never said no though. Like I don't really ever remember them saying no.
Well, I'm like really a joy to be around.
That's true.
So why would they?
Very true. Because I did have some friends that were like,
yeah,
she's not coming back over.
Right. We're going to need a couple months off from that interaction.
Or just never again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who were they?
I feel so busy right now. It's like stressing me out because I haven't been busy ever.
Maybe like at least since like college.
Yeah. Like I just don't know how to manage my time. Yeah. And
well, you've got a lot of balls in the air because like not only do you have like a job, but then you work for yourself outside of that.
Yeah.
And then like trying to have a life.
Yeah.
Like you never really
I just feel like I'm always on.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like thinking about work or I'm filming something or editing something or like I'm just like always doing something.
Yeah.
Like I very rarely like am home by myself
relaxing
and just like watching TV, like not on my phone.
Yeah.
And like it's hard too because I do all my work from my phone and I get distracted so easily. And like I'll be doing something on, Instagram, like actually for work, and then someone sends me something and then I end up going through reels for like an hour and I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? And like I want to work for myself, like this is what I've always wanted to do, but I also feel it's hard. Like I also feel like I need someone to be like watching me.
Yeah.
And like making sure I'm doing my work.
Yeah. I could never because of that.
Yeah. So, and someone with ADHD who is not medicated, that's crazy. I need to get medicated.
You do.
I need to go back to my psychologist or psychiatrist.
I have a great one.
Okay.
If you want her.
Yeah.
I do it virtually like every 3 months, basically when she needs to like see me to re-up my medication.
I'm scared about the $300 price tag on the medication though.
Okay, so I was actually talking to one of my coworkers about that because her son has ADHD too, and he's on Adderall, lucky. And because I take I take Focalin, but I take a 10 milligram extended release and a 10 milligram instant release. And she thinks that my insurance company sees that as like an unnecessary duplicate, basically. So she was like, you should challenge that and have your psychiatrist write a letter about like why you have the different kinds and what the benefit of that is and like the necessity, basically, and send it to insurance and see if they'll pay you back. But I have a benefits card through work that I put money towards every single month. So I didn't pay for it technically, and my benefits card did. So like, I'm not really that fussed about it, but maybe if it happens again, I'll be like, but of course I never refill my medication like early enough. So it's like, I really kind of like need to get it today.
That's very ADD.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I don't have like a flexible spending account.
Right.
So
yeah. And my insurance covers her. I never pay for our visits.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think it's like $100. Cool. But like once every 3 months.
Yeah.
$30 a month.
Yeah. Is there a reason you're not being prescribed Adderall and your coworker's son is?
There was a huge Adderall shortage a few months ago.
So why does he get that?
Maybe just their pharmacy always had it. My psychiatrist like knew that kind of ahead of time a little bit, or was like, when we had a meeting and it was time to refill, she was like, I've noticed this issue. Would you like to just proactively switch to this other brand that isn't having issues now? It's basically the same thing. It does have a shorter half-life, so it's not as effective. Yeah. But then we'll know that you'll be able to get it. And I was like, sure. Yeah. Even though there has been times where I couldn't refill it because they didn't have any of the extended release too. So it didn't really like, I haven't had too many issues where I couldn't refill it, which is really nice. But good. I do miss my Addies. Yeah. They just hit different.
It's crazy. I remember in college, like everyone would be like, who has Adderall? Like, we all need Adderall. And like everyone would be like, I feel like crazy on Adderall. Like, and I'm just like, I can just like get my work done.
Yeah, I feel really normal actually. I'm like really focused for the first time in like years.
I used to stay up so late getting homework done. Like everyone, I lived with 8 people, and like we would all sit around our big dinner table and like do homework together and stuff. And I had most of my classes I had with like other people that I lived with, and they would all get their work done so much quicker than me. I would be up like all night doing work, which is not dissimilar to how I am getting work done now.
Right. I was gonna say, it sounds really familiar.
Like I had a deadline last Friday. I was up till almost 4 a.m. Thursday. Like that's fucked.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No. No, it's not. Because then it fucks with my sleep schedule. It fucks with my other job because then I'm super tired.
You should maybe get like some kind of calendar thing that you can hang up on your wall, and you should mark down dates so that you have a visual of it so you can see it more frequently rather than just relying on like your memory or looking on your phone. Yeah. And maybe write the deadline like a day or two ahead of when you really need to have it, and like see if that kind of tricks your brain a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I have a little calendar in my room that I haven't updated it for September yet.
I actually have like right where my bed is, like the wall that it faces, there's nothing on that wall. I could put a calendar there.
Is that going to stress you out though, that it's in your bedroom? Like
it already is.
Okay. Mine's in my bedroom and I can see it from my bed, but it kind of is.
It's like to the side.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't like looking at it.
I'll have to marinate on that.
Yeah, maybe in your laundry room. But then you'd never see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could get like a really aesthetic one, like a pretty one.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's workshop that.
Anyway, I've just been very busy and working a lot, and I was at my parents' house for the debate, and my dad was asking me how work's going, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's good. I'm like very busy. I'm kind of thinking like I might want to take off a day for like my nanny job just so I have like more time to do my other work. And he was like, what? Like, why would you do that? And like still to this day, both my parents will send me like job applications and like job openings.
Cool.
And I'm like, guys, like I'm working.
We tried. Yeah.
Like I'm not doing that. And my dad was just like, how are you making money? Like, are you dead ass? He was like, I hope you're not like selling feet pictures or anything like that.
Was he kidding?
No.
Oh.
And like my dad normally is a joker.
Yeah.
But he was like very concerned. He was like, how are you making money? Like you were not smart enough. You must be selling something from your body. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, no.
I'm very capable.
Like maybe
not sticking with like a really firm schedule or on track, but like very capable of finding deals and signing NDAs.
Yeah, well,
also not really, maybe sometimes very good.
Yikes. But yeah, I was just like, and then my mom was like, well, you just don't tell us everything. And I was like, that's true. Like, I don't like talk about my work with my parents. So they don't really know, I guess.
Yeah, but what are you supposed to do? Like, hey guys, Monday check-in. Today I'm filming for this brand and this brand and this brand, and I have a deadline due on this day for this brand.
Right. So I was just like, I've got a lot of deals cooking. Things are, tumbling along. Like I'm good. But thank you so much for asking if I'm selling feet pictures.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not the biggest fan of my feet. Like, I don't know.
Oh, there's a market for sure. As we know.
How do we know?
All of our YouTube comments.
Oh. Also, just the amount of people that enter women's DMs on a daily saying, can I get some feet pics? I'll pay for feet pics. I'll pay to massage your feet. I'll pay to suck your toes. I'll pay to whatever with your feet.
I've never gotten a DM like that.
Really?
Never, not once in my life.
Okay, well, I don't think it's just me. It's definitely not just, don't look at the camera like that. It's not just me. Right? Please comment if this has ever happened to you, because it's not just me. It's not just me.
Are you getting targeted because of content you're watching? Did you forget to go incognito?
I'm caught. Caught red-handed.
I feel at my job a little insecure from time to time. Not in my ability to do my job. I'm very confident in that. But the fact that I am kind of a younger person at my company, one of like 3 young people at my company in construction and design as a female, is like I'm already kind of starting off at a disadvantage, one could say. And I had a meeting on Tuesday morning that I was running a little bit late for, which I'm already like in my head about the fact that I'm probably coming off a little unprofessional because I was a little bit late. One of my biggest like pet peeves, being late. She
hates being late. Yeah.
And traffic was fucked up on Tuesday morning. So I'm like rushing to this meeting also, and it's on the street because we're talking about signage for the like portfolio, basically, all the collection. And we're like crossing from one property to another across the crosswalk. I'm wearing like leggings, Vans, and a cardigan. Like nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. Like I'm at my job, like dressed professionally, basically. Yeah. And we're like halfway across this crosswalk, and I'm meeting somebody that like I work with kind of frequently, but we don't meet in person a lot. It's more just over email. And he is an older white man, basically, and he doesn't work for our company. He's like a vendor, basically. So like works for us kind of. And so we're like halfway across this crosswalk, and these 3 guys like hang out of this window and are like, hey baby, hey, like making it so uncomfortable. Ugh. And at first I like didn't think that they were talking to me. So I like kind of looked back behind me to maybe like somebody else was in the crosswalk that they're yelling at. Yeah. And normally if I hear something like that, like I just don't look because I'm like not going to engage. Yeah. But again, I just like was so caught off guard because it was like 8:00 in the morning. Right. I'm at work with this guy that I'm trying to talk to about projects. Yeah. And so I like look over at the car, and it's these 3 guys staring at me. And then we like have to walk closer to them and past them.
No, you had to walk closer to them?
Yes. And then like as we're walking past and they like turn the corner, they're like, today's going to be a great day. Thank you. And I was just like, so like, what the fuck do I do? So I like obviously just kept walking. And the person that I was with, like, was just kind of like, that was weird. And I almost wish he didn't say anything and just, like, didn't acknowledge it. But because
I think it's good that he did.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just made me, like, so in my head and so pissed off and so annoyed that, like, I work really hard to be taken seriously as a professional in my field. And so to have, like, random strangers almost demean that in front of people that, like, technically are working for me, I've, like, got so mad about it all day on Tuesday. It was, like, all I fucking thought about.
Yeah. God.
And I, like, never really get catcalled. So, like, for that situation, it just, like, it really, really bugged me. And I was like, it really just is a man's world, isn't it? Because even as hard as I try.
I just don't understand, like, what the point of catcalling is.
100%.
Like, they're just trying to make you uncomfortable.
Right.
Which is rude.
Right.
Like, it's not... You're not complimenting us.
No.
It would be one thing if someone stopped you on the street and was like,
oh my God,
you're so pretty. Or like, I love your outfit.
Yes.
You know, and carries on with their day.
Yeah.
But to yell at you out your window as you're driving by, ew. Like, don't.
No.
Surely you don't need to. That's crazy.
100%. Use a little self-control.
Yeah.
You're acting very emotionally, very impulsive.
Not very demure.
No. So... that kind of started off my week in a bit of a rough way.
I'm sorry.
So that was one thing that I wrote down to talk about. What else did I write down?
Watching an Insta story seconds after it's posted.
Oh, yeah. How cringe is it?
I know, that does suck. I hate when that happens.
Because it's like you open Instagram and just like click the first story without even thinking, because it's just like impulsive of what you do in the app. And then you like look up in the top right corner and it's like 26 seconds ago. And you're like, very cool.
Awesome.
Sick.
I don't know who's really like looking right away at who's seen their story though.
But at least for me, when I look at who's viewed my story, it's in order of in which it was viewed.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's true. I mean, I don't know, but I've never thought that that's true.
Pretty sure it's true.
That I need to Google that. Hey Siri. Actually, no, that's going to be a tough one for Siri. Although Instagram does not confirm any detail about story viewer order, most users report that the first 50 views on their stories are listed chronologically. Those listed first viewed your story most recently, and so on and so forth. Maybe the first 50 are chronological, and then after that.
Okay, so for the first 50 people that view my story, which is like a lot of people for me because I don't have very many followers.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Thank you for fact checking me and proving me right.
You're welcome.
So that's like, then I think about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what if this person goes back in like 5 minutes to see
who's watched it?
Yeah. And I'm first up.
I mean,
yeah, I know it happens to everybody.
Yeah.
But it happened to somebody that like I really would like it not to happen to recently.
I hate that. Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah,
they're going to think about it now. They're going to tell people. No, I'll tell you who it was later.
Just tell me now. Oh.
Yeah. I was like, she's going to report for sure.
Yikes.
Hated that. Wanted to jump off a bridge.
That was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I have been posting a lot on Threads.
Mm-hmm.
And like 3 of my posts have gone viral. One went like uber viral, which is low-key annoying because why am I going viral on Threads where it's not significant? Why am I not going viral on Instagram where I'm actually putting time and effort into it?
Right.
But yeah, one of my threads got over 2 million views.
Jesus.
And like thousands of likes and comments.
Mm-hmm.
But I always want to say tweeted.
I know.
I threaded.
I hate it.
Like, what is that?
I don't know.
I made a thread post about how I had been on a date and a guy told me that he was happy that I had gone out with him, but felt that I should be with someone better than him. And his example was a a professional athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also something I would never say on Instagram. But I didn't really think like anyone would like really see it. Like I did not think people would actually like
care.
Yeah. And I got so much attention, and there's so many men just fighting me. Like as if I had said the craziest, most outlandish, worst thing in the world.
Right.
It was not a question. I did not pose a question.
Mm.
It was just an anecdote of something that happened
to you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
a factual statement about an event that happened to you.
Correct.
Okay.
And everyone had an opinion on it, which was actually great because it made it go viral.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, my blood is boiling because fuck all of you. Like I was so, and for like 3 days, I was just getting notification, fighting everyone in threads. Like
you got to put that on Instagram so I can help in the trenches. I can't help.
I know.
I'm not coming to threads.
Sometimes I will like repurpose content that I've done on threads into Instagram. It just doesn't perform the same.
Knowing who said that now changes my opinion on it. When I thought it was the most recent guy that you've gone on a date with, I was like, he clearly is like fishing for a compliment is how I would take that if someone said that to me in that situation.
Yeah.
But knowing now who actually said it very much adds up as like already trying to like sell yourself short basically, or like set expectations low for the relationship because he was trash.
Yeah. Ew. Every time I think about him, I'm just like, ugh. Like how Elle, how?
No, I wanted to literally beat you. Like, I'm not joking. And like kidnap you and just keep you from getting on a fucking train.
I fucking wish you would have.
I will next time.
That was
beat the living shit out of you with like soap in a pillowcase.
I'm scared.
I do think that like some guys could be saying that as a way to compliment you. They're just not maybe entirely sure how, or like they don't understand how it could come across because of the way that it's maybe been said in the past by like if you're a woman that's heard that by trash men and then you have a good guy saying it to you who actually means it as a compliment, in your head you're gonna be like, great,
yeah,
another one.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not the case at all.
Right. I mean, there are like I think a majority of the people that commented were saying like their perspective on it, because I think my perspective was that that person was selling himself short.
Yeah.
And was starting off the relationship essentially by saying, I know I'm not good enough for you.
Yeah.
And
which is just like never a good thing to hear.
No. Also, if someone tells you they're not good enough for you, believe them.
Fair.
They're not good enough for you.
Fair. Because they know.
They know.
They know themselves. And they're telling you.
Yeah. So fucking believe them and run.
That is an excellent point.
Run so far and so fast. Take it from me. Someone who did neither of those.
No, you ran so far and so fast into their arms. And their smelly
Stop. No.
Dog
no, please.
apartment.
No. Stop. I can't.
Your brain should be studied. For sure.
I can't like think of how I want to say what I'm trying to say, which is annoying me. I don't know. I've just gone back and forth with men on threads the last week or two, and it's mind numbing because they're stupid.
Yeah.
A majority of them are just fucking dumb.
Yeah. It's also really, really, really exhausting to constantly be told like, no, you're wrong for that feeling. No.
For my own feeling.
Yeah. No.
You're wrong.
No. That's not right.
And like to take it as far as name calling and like shitting on my character and my appearance because you don't believe what I'm saying.
Yeah. Weird behavior.
Like, so many guys were like, weird that you're talking about how your looks are intimidating when you're mid or when you're a 4. Like, oh, really? Okay.
Sure.
Okay. And then you go to their profile and it's like they've got 1 tooth, 1 hair, and like
gremlin.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And luckily, like, that stuff doesn't penetrate my skin. Like, I have thick skin to that because
sorry, but like an ugly person calling me ugly, never gonna faze me.
No.
Not even for a millisecond.
Also, like, I grew up telling myself those things.
Right.
And I'm way on the other side of it now.
Right.
But I'm like, I know that that's not true.
Right.
And yeah, so it's just like, it's just fucking funny.
Yeah.
The one thing that really does get under my skin, though, is when someone comes at my intelligence. That pisses me off. Yeah. And that makes me, like, the other things I'm just like, all right, mate. Yeah. Thumbs up. Cool. You know? But when it's like about my intelligence, I'm just like, I just want to like I want to message them back in the comments and just use really big words and like confuse them. And I do. And oftentimes they don't even respond because they're fucking stupid.
Well, they're,
like I said,
paging through a dictionary.
True.
They're using
like,
their thesaurus.
Yeah.
Thesaurus.
So yeah, follow me on Threads.
Yeah, come interact with her. But be nice.
Be nice. Be my ally. I need more allies.
Yeah.
I do have one guy that I feel like is my ally, which is nice.
Good.
He's always got my back.
Yeah.
If you liked this episode, please leave a 5-star review wherever you're listening. And subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't yet. Leave us comments because
I love interacting in the comments.
We love the comments. Yeah. Not the feet comments.
I mean, it's okay. It's a comment.
It's a comment. But I'd love to see other comments.
Certainly.
Besides that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
If you have any suggestions for topics you want to hear us talk about or do hump days about, please write that in the comments or DM us. We're always open to new topics of discussion. All right. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.